Hi, I'm James from the East team. Today we are going to talk about creating obstacles.
To add an obstacle to the scene, we are going to add a sprite to hold the rock texture and then add some programming to make the rock move towards our character. Create a new scene. Once the new scene is created, click on Other node to create an Area 2D node. Select Area 2D and click on Create. Rename the new node to Rocks. Once the node is renamed, select Rocks and use the plus button to add a sprite node. Select Sprite and click on Create. Select Rocks again and use the plus button to add a collision shape 2D node. Select collision shape 2D and click on Create. Use the Save Scene As button to save it as rocks.tscn. Once the scene is saved and sprite is selected, we can see that the texture field is empty. Navigate to the rocks folder in your file system on the bottom left. Click on rock1.png and drag it all the way to the texture field in the inspector. This will make the rock appear in the scene. Select collision shape 2D and you can see that the shape is empty in the inspector tab. Use the drop down menu to select circle shape 2D. Now we have a small circle collider on top of the rock. Click and drag on the dot to make the circle shape collider bigger, just enough to cover the entire rock. Make sure you save the progress so far by using the Save All Scenes button. Open the world scene. Use the Add Instance Child button. Scroll all the way down to find the rock scene. Select the rocks.tscn file. Click on Open. This will add the rock into the scene. Now relocate the rock all the way to the right side of your screen or as needed. Let's save this scene and press on play. Now you can see that the rock appears in the game scene. Now we are going to do some programming to make the rocks move towards our character. To do so, go back to the rock scene and use the Add New Scripts button to add a new script to our rock node. Select the rock node and use the Add New Script button to add a new script. You can keep all the defaults as is and click on Create. Now we can see that we have a new rocks.gd script. In this script, select lines 3 to 17 and delete them. All we need to retain is line number 1. First, let's declare speed as a constant. We will give it a value of 200. Now let's add a function. The function that we need to add here is the physics process function. That is the function which lets us do all kind of physics movements in Godot. And in that, let's add a line position.x plus equal to speed star delta. Here speed is the constant that we have already declared and delta is time. Let's go ahead and play the game now and see what happens. We can see that the rock is moving towards the right direction instead of towards our character. To fix this, let's go back to the script. In the script, let's add a negative in front of speed on line number 6. This should fix the issue. To confirm it, let's go back and play the game. Now you can see that the rock is moving towards our character. You can also see that once the rock moves all the way towards the left of the screen, it disappears. Next, we will add an if condition to our rocks.gd script. We will add the condition to check if the global position.x value is less than minus 200, which means that line is going to check if our rock exits the screen on the left side. And if it does, what we would want to do is reset the global position.x to be 700. Let's now play the game and see how the rock behaves. You can see that the rock moves towards our character, and once it exits, it gets reset back onto the right side of the screen and again continues moving towards the character. I hope this video was helpful to add an obstacle in your game and to add some programming to make the obstacle move. I'll see you guys in another video.